Good morning. If you don't know me, if you haven't seen me on here before, my name is Pam, and this is my home. It's a van. That's what it would look like from the outside and kind of from the inside. I've been on the road for 6 years. This is my second van, and I am traveling with my dog Matrix, having a little nap over here, and we'll just kind of leave it like that so he doesn't get all crazy going on here this morning. If you are interested in moving to a van and you don't really know where to start, or even if you kind of know where to start but you don't know how to finish, then be sure to watch my Dream to Drive series. The link is below in the description, and also book a one-on-one van life strategy session with me, and link is also in the description. But today, I have to say this. When I do these little mini talk lives, I forget that these are live. I'm thinking, okay, well, I can screw this up and I'll just go back and edit it. It doesn't work that way. So forgive me if I really make a lot of big mistakes, and because I can't go back and edit. Today, I wanted to talk to you about your van being your home. And that may sound weird, but I realized only just recently, even this morning as I was thinking about it, that somewhere along the line, I stopped saying, I'm going to my van, and I started saying, I'm going home. And what really caused that shift in my thinking, and how did my van suddenly become actually my home? For many years, I was a real estate agent and a mortgage broker, and I'm still a mortgage broker, but I couldn't show houses when I was all over the United States in my home. So I had to give that up. But I realized as I was thinking about that this morning that when I was in real estate, I sold houses to investors. But if someone was going to live in it and it was going to be their their home, then I sold homes to them. I didn't sell houses. And so I was thinking about that my van is kind of like me saying a house. I'm going to my house. I'm going to my van. When really, if you live in the sticks and bricks, then I don't think you say, I'm going to my house. You say, I'm going home. Thank you for the like. And so, and finally, I think maybe it has something to do with the fact that I'm mobile. Um, and in addition to that, it was hard for me to think about saying to people, I'm going home, because they maybe they're like, well, where do you live now? And that's a hard answer as well. So maybe it was just easier for me to say, I'm going into my van. People say, well, where do you live? I mean, the answer to that is I live at home. It's like my home moves. Your home probably doesn't move unless it's an earthquake or something, but my home moves. Um, I really like how you bring the ramifications and nuances of the term home into the discourse. Well, thank you so much, Amelia. I I just this came to me, and I think it was something, an emotional thing that happened to me, because as I look around, this my home is no different than it was last week. It might be a little messier. Caught a mouse last night. It's still sitting on the floor up there. My daughter's going to come and rescue me from that. But somewhere along the line, it turned into a home. And I think a lot of it has to do with just the routines that I have. I had like my bananas are sitting on the counter, and I'm used to hearing Matrix's feet on the floor. And it, I have a picture. I put a picture up. It's actually a map of the United States, but it's a picture, and I have bright colored curtains in here, and I'm making it homier. And when that happened, I guess it I started thinking of the whole thing differently. It was no longer that I was on an adventure or that I was camping out, um, or I was just escaping. It was actually that I changed my home. It's not something temporary anymore, like maybe it was at the beginning. I don't think I ever really thought about the fact that this will someday end. I thought about how much longer it could go on. And still, I was thinking about my van. It's interesting because this is my second van. My first van was that's a long, sad story what happened to that van. But I always called that my forever home. But I didn't ever really say, I'm going home. It was just, I said it's my forever home because I felt like it was going to be where I was going to live the rest of my life. And maybe I felt that van, it was my first van ever. It was new. It was fresh. It was exciting. And maybe I did kind of deep down feel like that was my home, but I never called it my home. This van is different than my other van. And at first, here's the thing. If you think about a house, it's cold and uninviting, a house. But if you think about a home, don't you already feel like it is warm and cozy and uh, everything is got a home in the home and there's people, there's things going on. It's not vacant. Is this It has a personality. It has just a feeling in it. Well, I realized my van does too. It has a personality. I think I'm gonna cry this morning. Sorry. It has a personality. It's my home. I don't think of it as a vehicle anymore. I think of it as where I live. Just like you think of where you live is your home. Gotcha. Hi. Watching some videos on how to winterize. Oh, oh, my live feed came up. Oh, well, thank you for popping over. Yeah, I hope you don't have to do it next winter either. I've never winterized and I don't intend to. Mm. It's a That is exactly what I was going to say. Just remind you of that old saying, home is where your heart is. And I think maybe for a long time, my heart was floating around lost. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was lost. And just recently, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with me this morning. Guess it's just talking about my home. But having Matrix here too and having he has a routine and I mean, even though I still go out in the woods or out in the desert, those are my two favorite places to go and open my doors and I live outside, but this is my home right here. So if somebody says from now on, I say, I'm going home. It just feels so much different inside saying it than I'm going to my van. My van is made out of metal and it feels cold. You know what I mean? So somewhere along the line, that mental or emotional, philosophical thing changed in my thought process, and it turned from a van to a home. And I'm so happy that it did. I really am. This van, I've had my love-hate relationship with because it was a replacement van from my first van. And, um, at first, I didn't like it at all. And it's taken me a while to turn things around in here to make it feel cozier, to make it feel more like it's mine. And I think when that happened, that little switch went, you know what? This is your home. And Mrs. My dog, he lives in my home with me. Say hi, Matrix. Can you say hi over there? So this morning, I had a mouse in my home. My daughter's coming to get. And later, I'm going to take my home with me as I go to the grocery store. And when people say to me, "Where do you live?" I'm just going to say, "This is my home." It just moves. So soon I'll be going to Quartzsite. If anybody's on here that lives in a van or goes to Quartzsite in January, which is like a million people go there, literally, um, that's where I'll be taking my home. I have a patio and a chair and a little table that I have with me in my home. I I hope that I feel it, and I hope that I don't regress and start saying my van just because I've been saying it for so long. But tomorrow, but today, I want to say that finally, after almost 6 years, I have come to the realization that this is my home. It's not a van, it's a home. So you don't live in a house, I hope. I hope you live in a home. Two different things. Be sure and watch my Dream to Drive series if you're thinking about getting on the road. The link is below. And even though I'm crying, go ahead and book a one-on-one van life strategy session with me, and we'll map you out from where you are right now, how to get you into your new home. Anyway, everyone have a blessed day, and I will see you again tomorrow.